What's up, everybody? Recently, TMZ spoke to Don Lemon about, that's right, Dummy Dom. Don Lemon, he's a little bit more human now that he's not on CNN, but what is going on with his face, bro? Don, what kind of makeup are you using, dude? Like, this looks weird. Like his makeup is very strange. I mean, we made fun of everybody before. I don't like Donald Trump's orange color tan that he has. But anyway, let's go.
Colorado is like, oh my gosh, this only empowers Donald Trump and his base, and it just energizes them. They're coming after him. He's going to say they're coming after him, and
Well, he's going to say they're coming after him because they're coming after him. They're literally taking him off the ballot in places
his base is
illegally.
going to say they're coming after him, and that is just going to energize and electrify his base. So I agree.
I think that's true because, like, I'm somebody who's on the fence. I've always been a liberal, left-wing sort of person, Democratic kind of person, and I have wanted to vote for Trump, and I've never wanted to vote for a Republican in my life. So Don Lemon is right, and I'm not even really his base. So yeah, I think Don's right about that.
Agree with you on that. But on the other hand, it is a constitution, and we're supposed to abide by the Constitution of the United States.
We are supposed to abide by the Constitution of the United States, but Trump hasn't done anything against the Constitution of the United States yet.
Republicans have been, especially the Republicans who support Donald Trump, his base, they've been very hypocritical on that, including the people who are in the election as well. When it suits them to follow the Constitution directly, when they want to be constitutional absolutists, okay, fine. But then when it doesn't, when that Constitution takes Donald Trump off the ballot, then they don't agree with it.
But that Constitution doesn't take Donald Trump off the ballot because Donald Trump isn't guilty of anything yet. Donald Trump is not guilty, has not been proven guilty of something. So, like, it's like, bro, you're supposed to be, see, this is the problem. This person is supposed to be a journalist, a actual newsman, a journalist. You can't take Trump, you can't make an argument that, oh, the amendment says that Trump can't run. No, it doesn't, because he didn't do anything yet. He's not guilty of doing anything. If Donald Trump was actually guilty and proven of setting up and deliberately setting up an insurrection, like he plotted it out, he planned it, he's the one that gave the orders to the police to let people in. He wanted people to go in there and just and to storm the Capitol and to take people prisoner and to do all these things, and he was guilty of that, then we would be agreeing with Don Lemon here that it's against the Constitution for him to be able to run for president of the United States, but that has not happened, right? And I choose to think. And by the way, if you want to know where I stand on this, I know that a lot of right-wing people will tell you for sure this was not an insurrection whatsoever, and a lot of people on the left will tell you it absolutely is an insurrection. And I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that it was Donald Trump being negligent. It was some people listening to Trump, and then also it was other people allowing it to happen on purpose. That's what it was. It was Donald Trump being somewhat negligent, and I guess ignorant to the idea of what so many people could do, or some of the bad actors in the group could do. It was also Donald Trump being ignorant of the fact that, hey, what if the Democrats let these people in? Or what if they stage it? What if they send their own people down to cause problems and make it seem like you did something? So if you're Donald Trump, you're like, well, I'm not going to go down there and do this because it could endanger people's lives. It could cause an actual problem. It could frame me and I could be blamed for anything that goes wrong. So I'm not going to do that. So if you're Donald Trump, you should have done what I just said and not done anything. But, he didn't do that. So he put people in danger by being a bit ignorant and over the top. And I think he made a mistake by allowing the false flag of January 6th to happen. But again, you have to prove that he caused and created and whatever an insurrection when that's not what happened. Nobody believes, really with a brain, believes that that's what happened. You definitely had people. You had some people commit crimes, for sure. People committed crimes, people trespassed, but some people were allowed in, and they didn't trespass, and many people were peaceful. So there are people being locked away who just were walking around. I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. If you had somebody burning something, or you had somebody punching a cop, or you got people fighting, or you got people destroying property, or stealing property, or destroying an office room or something like that, like the guy that went into Nancy Pelosi's office. These are all levels of intent and stuff that should be prosecuted for different ways and reasons. But you have to prove that Donald Trump actually led an insurrection or created one, or whatever you want to call it, when in reality that hasn't happened. He's not guilty of that yet. He's not actually guilty of that. He must actually be guilty of that in order for that 14th Amendment, and that's that subparagraph line, whatever it is in the amendment. I don't even know what it is. Probably Don knows it better than me. The problem is he doesn't know that you have to actually be guilty of it. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump is not guilty of it. He's attached to it. He's accused of it. If Donald Trump said, we're all going to go in there and we're going to stop this right now and we're going to take back the White House right now. Let's go. I'll be there and I'll go in with you. And we'll go in together and arm up, get your weapons, get ready. Like all that. Yeah, that would be even if he hadn't been convicted yet, you would see that and be like, "Damn, that's crazy." Like that's an actual he was calling for an insurrection. He was calling for it. But that's not what he said. He wanted to go out right up to the steps and in front, and he said, I'll meet you up there. And then he didn't meet anybody up there. So, at the very least, like I said, it's just poor decision-making by Trump. It's ignorance by Trump, and it's a I still I think it's dangerous. I don't like what he did. I don't like it because I don't think the country is at the point yet where you need to be doing that quite yet. That's when you're about to lose a country for real, and we may come up to that at some point soon, where people really are going to go down there and do something. But this is not. I don't think we're quite there yet, and I just don't agree with what he did. But it doesn't mean he can't run for president. And at this point, I was thinking, yeah, I wouldn't vote for Biden, obviously, but I don't know who to vote for. But now it's like you want to vote for Trump. Crazy enough, even though I think he made a calculated mistake. It's like it makes people want to vote for him. So Don Lemon's right.
But then when it doesn't, when that Constitution takes Donald Trump off the ballot, then they don't agree with it. Now, I think the best way to beat Donald Trump.
Yeah, but it doesn't take him off the ballot because he's not guilty of anything, Don Lemon. You idiot. Anyway, this is Shame on News. Watch more videos here, and you can't handle the news.